Back in 2019, my cousin invited me to spend the weekend at their house in Nueva Ecija. It was an old two-story home built during the 1960s. The house was beautiful in the daytime, full of sunlight and laughter, but at night, it felt heavy, like the air itself didn't want you there. On my first night, we stayed up late telling stories in the living room. Around 1 a.m., everyone went upstairs to sleep. I was given a room at the end of the hall. Before going to bed, my cousin warned me not to look out the big window at night. "Just close the curtains," she said, half joking, half serious. I laughed and thought nothing of it. At around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of knocking. Soft, steady knocks on my window. 3 times. I froze. The window was on the second floor, far above the ground. No one could reach it unless they used a ladder. I pulled the blanket over my head and waited. The knocking stopped. Just when I thought it was over, I heard scratching like long fingernails, dragging across the glass, slowly, deliberately. My heart pounded so hard. I thought I'd faint. By morning, I asked my cousin about it. She looked pale but admitted the truth. People often saw a woman outside that very window, standing on nothing, just staring in. "Don't look," she warned me again. The second night, I forced myself to sleep early. But at exactly 3 a.m., I woke up again, this time, not from knocking, but from a voice. A woman's voice, soft and clear, whispering my name. She called it 3 times, each one more urgent. I shut my eyes tight, shaking. The voice was right by the window. Against my better judgment, I peeked. There she was, a woman with long black hair covering her face, pale skin and a tattered white dress, hovering outside the window. Her hands were pressed against the glass, nails scraping slowly downward. I couldn't scream. My voice was gone. The moment I blinked, she was gone. At breakfast, I told my cousin what I saw. She sighed and told me the story. Years ago, a woman who used to live in the house hanged herself from a tree right outside that window. Since then, people often heard her knocking, trying to be let in. I left that afternoon, cutting my trip short. Now, whenever I hear knocking on glass at night, I remember her face. And I never, ever look out of windows after midnight.